Alright, what is going on, guys? We got a little bit of a different video today. We are going to go over how to do a burnout. I'm making this video because one of my best friends could not do a burnout to save his life. And I thought this video may help with the pedal cam and everything. So, let's just start with this. Alright, so generic burnout. Got the clutch pushed in. We're going to go into first gear. All we're going to do is bounce off rev limiter, drop the clutch, and then with our left foot, we're gonna start braking. That's how you keep the car standing still. So you can either do a standing burnout, or you can kind of do a little bit of a moving burnout. But our goal is to start with a standing burnout, and then let up on the brake a little bit, and do a moving burnout to end the burnout. All right. All right, so I'm bouncing off rev limiter, so I'm actually gonna let off the gas a little bit. And you see I'm basically not moving at all. This is as still as I'm going to be able to get the car. And yeah, so that's all there is to it. So, I can either come to a complete stop. If you guys saw that, just pushing the clutch as hard as I can and mash the brake with my right foot. Or here's the other method. Alright, standing burnout. Now we're going to release the brake and move forward. That's how I like when people leave burnouts, but that's, I think, just my own personal preference here. Alright. Let's go for something a little bit different. We're going to go for a second gear burnout. Now, there's a couple different ways you can do this. So the first way, we're just going to start in second gear and do the same technique. It's a little harder because you need enough power to be able to do a second gear burnout. It's really easy to just bog and stop the car, or it might just want to shoot out, but we're just going to go for it. Alright, so we're matted, foot to the floor on the gas. In first gear I could feather it, but I'm matted all the way, and we're pretty good doing a standing burnout. And then I can let off and leave. Alright. Let's try this the other way. So we're going to start this burnout in second gear, come to a standing burnout, and then we're going to shift real quick into second, and then see if we can hold it. Okay, I brutally failed that. Not easy to do it this way. And you can kind of like play with the brake pedal to do what you want it to do. So like I'm pretty firm on the brake now. I can let up a little bit and start moving, turn the wheel. If I want to come to a stop again, I put more brake. It just shows that you've got some control of the car. Alright, now I'm off the brake and leaving that drift. Well, burnout drift. I guess that was kind of the same thing there. And yeah, that's all there is to a second gear burnout. Personally, if it's easier to just start in second gear and drop the clutch. Sometimes you can't do that because you just have too much grip, but more than likely you should probably just start in second. This car might have enough power. Let's try to drift in third, and maybe we can show you what it looks like when you don't have enough power to do a burnout in that gear. Okay, so this barely has enough power. As you can hear, like the RPMs are kind of staying down low when I'm barely moving, and you can tell like it's kind of struggling to do it, but it can do it. And then when you let go, since there's so much wheel speed from third gear, it just wants to go. It'll make you spin out. So it's the higher gear you're in doing a burnout, the more dangerous it is, especially when you let off. All right. So let's try fourth gear. Yeah, you see that? Just did not want to do it. I can kind of do a moving burnout, but that was it. Not enough horsepower to do a standing burnout. So yeah, really, that's all there is to it. Watch my feet. That's really the easiest way to learn. You kind of just got to get the motions down and get the feel for it down. But for the most part, drop the clutch, keep your foot on the gas. If you notice yourself bouncing off revs, you bounce off the gas. If you want to slow down to a stop, you put more brake. And if you want to start moving, less brake. So it's kind of like a dance on the pedals, but we'll just get you a couple more examples real quick just in first gear. Come to a complete stop. More brake. We'll do less brake. Move around. Oh, I guess I also should have said, today we're in a S15, it's Rocket Bunny S15. I honestly have no idea what all is done to it, but the file says it's about 470 horsepower. It's my favorite S chassis car. It's pretty cool. Alright. You know what? Let's also try to do a reverse burnout. Just because we can. It's the same process as first gear, it's just backwards. Alright, that's enough of burnouts, so if you learned something or you liked the video, go ahead and throw me a like. To my special someone who needs to learn how to do a burnout, I hope this helps you. Come over and practice on my simulator and maybe you won't mess up your car this time. So I guess I'm just gonna throw in this story just for the reason that I made this video. So a good friend of mine did a burnout in his car. He's like, oh, you know, let me try. First time ever really trying to do a burnout. So he dropped the clutch and he made it about 30 feet before realizing that he needed to brake. And then by the time he smashed on the brakes, he slammed on the brakes so hard that he stalled the car. So he literally like made it across like an intersection or like a four-way stop and then slammed on his brakes and stalled the car. It was probably the worst attempt to a burnout I've ever seen, but he didn't crash anything and nothing was really harmed. Like he didn't really harm his car at all or anything, but it was funny. I wish you were there. I wish I had it on film, but I didn't. But alright, anyways guys, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.